Okay. Okay. What do we have today? My live? I think I'm live. Okay, we're good. And we're off. NASDAQ up 0.31. CRM up 6%. Told you I liked CRM. Of course, they just had earnings, which makes it really good. Where's CRM going to go to? So much good stuff today. How'd earnings go? 0.41 versus 121. I like the setup on the NASDAQ. The CRM looks really good. Yummy, very fine foods. Sandals. Fov. I think that got bought out. What are you doing having a good day? Atlassian. Oh, Zoom. No. Say it ain't so, Zoom. AMT. What are you doing? CRM, huh? CRM back to 284. Hey, what's up, Blay? Let's have some fun. All right. It's about a tiny bit, tiny bit of Salesforce for the pop today. Looks really healthy. Just for fun. Nothing crazy. My Zoom's starting to go as well.
Hello.
Hello? Who
Hey,
dat?
how's it going? It's the Bleh.
The Bleh. Crimson Slayer. Okay, I got to keep the monikers in mind there. What's up, man?
Oh, Should I think I can change that to where it like shows up as a bleh. I'm too lazy to do that.
It is difficult.
Yeah,
And
I use this Discord for like almost purely gaming.
oh yeah, what do you play?
Just like mobile games and like Call of Duty and stuff.
Gotcha. That's cool. Yeah,
So,
I haven't done gaming on a chat thing, and for last thing I did was Evany, which is one of the first MMORPG games on wasn't Discord. Discord wasn't even around back then. I forget what it was. TeamSpeak? I think TeamSpeak.
I remember TeamSpeak. I remember there used to be a guy that would sneak into people's TeamSpeaks on World of Warcraft and then just like record their voices and then like uh play it back to them and like just annoy people. I don't
Wow.
remember what that guy's name was, but he was just like a troll.
Was it douchebag?
Oh, he was totally a douchebag, but it was funny.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Space got going. Space with good volume. Yep, never stopped. I think Ellie bought
Is
it.
it is that what the remember we were talking about Hole and how Hole made a deal with the planet?
How who?
HOL, holicity, I guess it was, is merging with
Oh, yeah,
space.
yeah, with the planet.
It made a deal with the planet.
Yeah. Why is the planet making deals without consulting me? What the hell?
Yeah, that's another like it's in the same sector, but it was a trash. It's not doing it. It's like still at $10.
Yeah. This is yeah, this has been going pretty good. Looks like a small that little 2 day consolidation there would have been a good time to get into space. We're back in
Yeah,
bull mode, it looks like.
this is what I'll do. I'll let you do your morning thing, and then in a little bit I'll jump back on. I'm gonna make some coffee. So
All
I'll be
right.
listening.
All right. Yeah, I gotta take a couple minutes off here real quick anyway. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. Go make your coffee. Bye. All right, I'm back. Space taking over 10%. Today we got MVIS. Trying to curl back up. FUV CRM popping up. Planeter PLTR. Everyone's favorite long-term hold. There we go. It's kind of hitting some resistance. Looks like it's breaking through it. Looks like it's hitting it. Could be either one. It is after earnings, so that's good. Looks like Tesla's taking it on the chin this morning. Oh no, it's up a little bit. My trend lines deceive me. All right. 632 creeping up towards the 50-day. Oh god, I hate those news ones. If you invested $1,000, Model 3 loses top pick status as consumer reports following radar sensor removal. That's
What did
really?
what did
Yeah,
those show up on under Tesla? Is it because they just mentioned Tesla?
probably. Hey, what up, Ellie? Yeah, probably. Model 3 has lost its top pick rating from Consumer Reports following electric car recent decision to drop the radar sensors in favor of camera-based. The fuck do they know?
They don't apparently they don't need those sensors.
IIHS also plans to remove Model 3's top safety pick plus designation. Oh, that could be interesting.
Ellie, you should jump on the voice chat.
I never I never thought ditching radar was like the best idea personally. Like radar provides some information, but I guess it's just not enough for the compute that they need. But, I guess they know. I don't know, radar just seemed like a good thing. Who
I'm sure
knows?
I'm sure it didn't hurt, but
Yeah.
apparently the cameras they figured out that if they really focus on the cameras, they're gonna be
Yeah.
fine.
Probably.
I mean, it's probably something that is cheaper too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you would assume that radar isn't the cheapest thing to shove in a car. Like, oh, there's an F-16 flying our way. Although it's probably good for the air traffic controllers around the airport.
So, um, the okay, so the F-150s, the new F-150s, they look nice. I'll give them that. They look like just regular cars, kind of,
Yeah.
regular trucks. But do they have self-driving? I don't think they do, huh?
Um, I don't think so. So I found a new product that I don't remember the name of. I'll probably Google it though. I gotta go through my myriad of windows here to figure out which one. Here it is. So we can Google self-driving. Um, hmm. There is a new product, and it's one of the guys that used to work for Tesla. I don't, obviously don't know all the details there, but if you have a car that's 2016 or newer, it essentially works with almost any car 2016 or newer, or at least a lot of them, because they have automatic steering, automatic brake, not automatic, but like computer controlled, and steering, braking, and acceleration. They can control the whole car through basically an OBD2 plug. It's pretty cool.
If you shoved $1,000 into a car, guess how much you would have today? Did you see Ellie?
Yeah, comma AI. Yeah, there you go. I guess how much you would have today.
Hey, they have a sale.
it de- it depends where you put it in the car. If
So
you
for a
bought the car
thousand
with it,
dollars,
you wouldn't have that much. Yeah, there you go. So it was $1,100 yesterday. Now it's $1,000. So you don't get electrification, obviously, but so I have a 2013 car, so I can't do this. But I guess all the 2016 cars, they have like computerized freaking everything, which is pretty cool.
Wait, so that little module is all you need
Yeah,
to turn your car into a self-driving car?
yeah, basically.
That's very intriguing. I wonder how safe it is.
Well, I mean, it's obviously somewhat under development. So it has a built-in
And
camera. Yes, congratulations. No, it probably doesn't. So it's still pretty new. It's still a pretty new product, but the guy's running it super lean. It's open source, and really all he's selling is the box and the software. But you know, like that's all it is right there. Pretty
that's
cool.
all you need. Huh.
Yeah, that's it.
That's kind of bitching.
It is. It's pretty cool for self-driving. Yeah. I wish
So,
it did did it for my car. It'd be cool to. I'm taking a road trip,
so
California in a
let's,
week.
oh, you're going to San Diego, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to Vegas this weekend.
Oh, there you go.
Would have been useful there. There's really nothing you can do unless there's traffic. If there's traffic, I wouldn't self-drive. But if
Anyway,
it's like
pretty
open
cool though.
road,
So that's your autopilot. Autopilot 0.1.
they're hiring. You can be their spokesperson.
I should be. I will be their spokesperson. Wow, geez, AMC killing it. And then Ellie had the Nikola trade yesterday that just decided to blow everybody out of the water. Bam. Yeah, some nice lows in this area. Adobe. I think Adobe looks really good. How's Nvidia doing? Nvidia really nice and tight up here. Could be a good breakout if that decides to go. Yeah, PLTR is looking pretty good, Mohammed. PLTR looks pretty good, breaking the 50-day moving average now that it has one. My Roku. My Roku looks good. There's a lot of stuff that looks good. Like a lot of stuff.
Have
So
you have you put anything
if just just small trades. I want to get a good sized trade in, but I really haven't quite figured it out. Salesforce had good earnings, moved out of that big long trend line yesterday that we were talking about.
Look at that gap.
Yeah, it's a nice gap. It's a nice little gap. So hopefully it holds up. Yeah, super big long trend line, a long-term turnaround play. I like these. So I need to make a too cold to go for a full-size trade. Yeah, it may be. I mean, sometimes these are the times to do it, but it's obviously an interesting call because if you're wrong about it or the market reverses on you, you get hurt because it hasn't made the move yet. It hasn't made a market hasn't made a move up. We've kind of bottomed out a little bit, but like these long-term bases, I have a little more confidence in these. This would be one of my long-term turnaround plays. These usually go on pretty good. Haven't done one of these in a while. I'm a little rusty, but I think this would get back up to the 284. Question is, yeah, see, I can't go at the 2022. There's, oh, that's Zoom. No wonder. CRM. Add AQB. Okay. So let me see. So yeah, going out to 2022. Not great returns on this one. You're looking at max 75, 77%. But that's not bad just to get back to 284 by the end of the year. 18% for 75%. That's pretty good. on that name. Not great, but pretty good. Space killing it. Space's volume got better, which is great. FUV still look. Yeah, there's Planeter. Thought I did this already from the
How about
9
that
millionth
teledoc?
time. Oh, let's look at Teledoc. Not bad. A couple of elevated volume cams. I don't think we're pocket pivoting yet, but that one could be a pocket pivot. Yesterday. Yeah, it is. That's a pocket pivot. Let me go to.
I have a virtual visit today with the doctor.
Oh yeah, turn your head and cough. Okay, no, it says no pocket pivot yesterday on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so it's not a pocket pivot. All right,
We gotta wait till Monday, right?
I
Oh,
guess.
Tuesday.
Or
Tuesday.
today. We gotta wait till today because it's this big red candle in our way. But yeah, so Teledoc, not too bad. Roku, I do like the Roku. That's also on Kathy's list with ARK Investments. She's got some Roku. It's putting in some good action. Diminishing volume here. Also needs a pocket pivot. Looks like we're getting. All right, let's go from the top and keep walking down here. Write down the names that I like. Everybody, shout out the names that you like. And get on Discord unless you don't have a microphone or something. I do like CRM.
Are we gonna do like a Knights of the Round Table where everybody's in the Discord?
Knights of the Round Table, is that a thing? PLTR could be
No.
interesting.
Let's make it a club. We all show up
Yeah,
on
there you go.
Fridays for happy hour.
Fireside chats. They do that. They do that with my favorite morning show on the radio. They do fireside chats. It's pretty cool. You just call and talk about whatever you want. Sandals is interesting here. I don't know much about these guys. Oh, this is
It's a marijuana
cannabis
play.
cannabis social network.
Is
That's what
that
it
what it
is.
is?
Yeah, if Rob was here, he'd tell us that, but Rob apparently doesn't like us anymore.
Yeah, what's up with that? I haven't seen him in a while.
I don't know. I don't. Maybe his family was upset he wasn't making $300,000 in 6 months and decided to murder him and bury him in the desert of Palm Springs.
No, I think what happened was is maybe he's partying with all that money he made off the penny stocks.
Maybe we were gonna make him. Ellie and I were gonna make him 24,000% shirts because he made like 24,000% of that one trade. He had two trades he did that with. It's pretty good. There's AQB. I was gonna make him a shirt. I'm like, you should have a shirt when you do some shit like that, even if it's basically luck and an accident. But I mean, still pretty good shit.
Hey,
Right.
He's pretty.
sometimes it's better to be lucky than smart, right?
Oh hell yeah! I wish I was hella lucky. Sup,
Morning,
Ellie?
Ellie.
So yesterday I was thinking about AMC that maybe I should just put just hear me out, right? Maybe I should maybe I should put some pocket money on it and just see where it goes. Because if it's anywhere close with doing the same as Jimmy, then I will enjoy the ride. I'll buy tickets.
The
Did you?
journal looks really
So did
good.
you throw? Did you throw beer money on it?
No,
If
I'm
you
Nah.
thinking.
if you put $1,000 into AMC, where would you be today?
If you
Square.
put $1,000 in a blender, where it will be today?
That's okay. I'm gonna write a post on Medium. I, okay. The title's a little fumbly, but essentially is this: if I were to put $1,000 in random places, where would it be today? One of them would be a blender. One of them would be
Okay.
Microsoft in 1980.
Yes.
And then I guess the question would be, which one would you be more likely to do? It would probably be the blender.
Yep.
The way that I've traded this year, yeah. So
Zoom, failing my line, but not bad. MJ looks curly uppy. Not very volumey, but curly
I
uppy.
have long positions in MJ stocks, waiting for them to rally, but it takes time to long. Could be years like it took last time.
PLL looks intriguing. Low volume. Look at the low
Dude,
volume, Ellie.
everything looks intriguing. No. It's you can really just go through the stocks and like everything. Oh, this intriguing. This looks great. This everything looks great. Everything is running.
I'm narrowing down a watch list. Okay, like a more intense watch list.
That's not intense fashion. PLL was running already for a week.
Huh? Well, yeah, from lows. I'm not gonna buy it in like low lows.
But you're not buying it right now either, so what's the point?
I could. You never know. Don't tell me what I can't do, Ellie. Don't tell me what I can't do.
It's reverse psychology.
I like the way the Nasdaq looks.
Just want you to buy my bags.
We already know how Randy trades. He'll trade when it's at the top, and then get pissed off when it goes down. He sells, and then he watches it, run again, and he's like, "I should have not sold."
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he buys again, and it's
at least
that gets bounced.
Yeah, at least last year when I did that, I was up like 400%. So at least
you're
that.
fine.
Randy trades way better than me. I should have went crazy last year. I decided to go crazy this year and got wrecked.
Yeah, just gotta wait.
I have the same trading pattern as Randy, so I can't say anything.
E-Dog. I like Donkey Kong too. I like all these ones that are down a little bit deeper. Oh, I did put a position on yesterday. Not a big one. Starbucks. Put a position on in Starbucks.
How's it doing?
I don't know. I don't know how it's doing. I'll look at it in a minute here.
If you put $1,000 in Starbucks in a place you don't know, where would it be today?
It'd probably still be in that Starbucks cup, but it would be in the trash.
Hey, I'm drinking a Starbucks Keurig cup. Is that still under the same umbrella?
Yeah, I think it is. There $1,000 in there? It's mine.
Yours.
That was my $1,000.
Imagine title man falls $1,000 in a cup of Starbucks.
But where else are you gonna put it?
That's the way to pump the stock.
I thought that was the way to pump the stock. Maybe I'm doing this whole thing wrong. Constellation Brands. That looks pretty intriguing.
Constellation? That's Coronas and like Tecates and stuff like that.
Yeah, a bunch of alcohol, something. I don't know exactly what. It looks like 240 to 245. That's one of the only ones kind of sitting near highs, squeezing into it a little bit. AVTI not too bad. A lot of things are in lows like this MP chart, but interesting to see something squeezing highs. NQ, I like the NQ futures over here. The Nasdaq futures past 3 days have been really nice and stable and tight.
Okay.
Really nice.
So does that mean we've avoided a correction?
I think it means we have a leg up incoming. I don't know. I don't know if we ever actually entered a correction. We probably did. LHX, what is this thing? That looks interesting. Lots of interesting stuff. Good info came out. Skywise with planetary means Skynet-wise. I think that's what you mean. Frickin' Domino's Pizza. Look at this crap. 450. We're looking at down here at 250. It's up at 450.
Hey, so you can't look at Constellation without looking at InBev. I think those are married together. I think even InBev is the parent company of Constellation.
I like Generac. No, I don't think so. I think no. See, alcohol is actually consolidated significantly, and I believe those two are two of the bigger ones. Because InBev isn't that Budweiser now?
Yeah, they bought out Budweiser.
Yeah,
but InBev
so they're separate.
They're the ones that do the Stella Artois in Germany. That's how they started.
Yeah, it's big news when they bought out Budweiser. All American beer is now German.
Well, if you really think about it, Anheuser-Busch, it's as German as a name as you can have.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all a bunch of mutts over here anyways.
I haven't drank beer for years.
Have
I'm
you
never
drank
drinking beer.
alcohol?
Not really.
Okay. I've stopped drinking overall.
Good job.
EP.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't drink.
you don't seem like a person that would drink.
Oh, thanks.
Wait, wait,
You
wait.
seem
No,
like a
no, no.
no fun nobody. Well, that's true.
Wait,
So
wait.
you've got me
He,
pinned there.
he, he have a smoker. You should drink a beer. You should be like classic, toxic white male, barbecuing and shouting at immigrants.
Why the shouting at immigrants?
I'm not gonna shout at.
That,
I'm not gonna shout at a
that
Ukrainian. I'm a little smarter than that. I do like
one,
Peloton too.
1 minute of racism.
I do like Peloton. Look, the only thing I know about Ukrainians is from the movies, and all you guys do is beat up people and sit there and smoke cigarettes and pretend like you don't speak English.
Dude, 2 years ago we had a minute of fame. Was president's balls in our hands.
With what?
Was Trump's balls in our hands.
Oh, okay. That's true. Yeah, you did. Well, although technically your balls are in his hands. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Man,
Now I need to go wash my hands, dude.
That's true.
this,
If you put $1,000 into your hands 10 years ago, where would you be today?
If you would put $1,000 in Trump's balls, where would it be today?
oh man.
Surgically? Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, you guys are fine. You guys just like talking about balls and hands.
None of us have any idea what we're doing. That's the whole point. Is that it? Did I go through the whole list now? I think LTCN. I did.
What do you think about Beyond?
That's not on my list.
Why not? It's actually pretty stupidly high. I mean, pretty stupidly bouncing.
Yeah, it is stupidly.
Whoa.
It's too high bouncy for me to jump in. Same with Space. Should have got Space when we were talking about it several days ago. Space is even better than
Yeah,
Beyond Meat.
I'm getting kind of upset with this idea of too high. You know what I mean? Like it's over and over. I'm like looking at stocks taking off, and I'm like just looking at them and thinking, well, where would I be if I put $1,000 in them?
Yeah, so there's two, in my opinion, from what I've noticed, and I had a similar thought last year, and I made a trade that worked out really well, actually, but it was a different kind of move than this. This is only like 5 or 6 days old. What the hell is that stock name? There's like you know what a frozen rope pattern is? All right, good.
Yeah.
So, oh, you know what a frozen rope pattern is? So it was like in a frozen rope. See, this to me looks like a pop off a bottom. Eventually, it'll settle out or something like that. But a frozen rope pattern, I can't remember the name. Is a retailer, a higher end retailer, Restoration Hardware. There you go. So Restoration Hardware, that's not a good frozen rope pattern. But anyway, this thing had a I think it was this one. It could have been a different one, but it was in a move like this or something, or it was fairly consistent, and I ended up trading that range. It did pretty good in that trading range, but that was in a frozen rope pattern. Because, like something out of a base, it just kept going, and it must have been this one, because it's the one I traded the pop into here. And I didn't trade any of that. That would have been good. Why isn't this on my list anymore? It's got to be on my list.
And this is just proof that stocks just over time just keep pumping.
Yeah, especially the good ones. That's the key. Is the good ones that are still in vogue never really stop. I wrote a post a while ago about leaders and leading, and I talked about Apple, Microsoft, all these guys were leading. One day they won't. But until then, you have to kind of stay invested with the leaders, and the old leaders was oil. Those were the old.
Hey, what are you
leaders.
talking about? All of the big caps last year was eating shit. I talked to my friend from Goldman Sachs, and she said that majority of, that's why they didn't run at all, because majority investors were like, okay, let's try to do some of shit which Wall Street Bets is doing because we were losing money, and so they started reallocating things into like option market, etc.
Wow. Have you gotten an
So
update
that's
on
why
that?
big caps didn't run. I don't know. She doesn't send me updates every week.
Yeah,
No,
no, I
I
know.
think that's like classified information, right? So she only gives me what happened.
Hmm. So maybe that's still in play then. I mean, because
I don't know. Looks like it. Like a lot, like all of the big ups. If you look, every time they
yeah,
sort of run, it's all fake. Like it's they run and then they choke. Like the only one which I can probably say would be different from that was Nvidia, right? Because Amazon, yeah, it looks pretty bullish, but then if you look at it right now, it's just stagnating.
yeah, yeah. That's fine. I don't. I mean, if that's the case, then it's probably something they do from time to time, anyways, because it's not. These big stocks have big bases. It's not like it's not like Wall Street Bets. It's not like this was the reason we went flat on Amazon over here for a year and a half. So it's going to happen where you have the rotation out of the mega caps, into your mid caps and your other stocks. Maybe there's different. Like, I don't know why the rotation happens. Maybe they've bought enough of it. Maybe the valuations got too extended, so they're pausing their buying. But generally, over time, the whole point though is over time, all these big ones will run significantly, right? That's kind of how it works. Versus if you get in, versus you have these like an AQB, which I used that to pick on a while ago. An AQB, which is salmon farming in the ocean or some shit like that. Like this obviously isn't going to become $1 trillion company, so it's going to have its day in the sun and it's never going to come back, right? So like there's the
It's a
difference.
fad.
Yeah, it's a fad, exactly. Yeah, yeah, it got rallied up for whatever reason, and then it gets evaporated away. Um, yeah, precisely. So, but over time, you get these like the old leaders was oil, like Exxon Mobil. Like this was your old leader. Actually, let's do that with TradingView. That'd be kind of fun. Let's do let's just do Amazon, and then we can overlay Exxon Mobil on it. Actually, we should do Apple. It's probably what we should do. And it looks like garbage because ExxonMobil's straight flat. Darn it! This is gonna be hard to get right.
I like Jared's approach.
Huh?
If I'm watching it, if I'm watching it, I don't touch it.
Whose approach? Oh, is that what he said
Jared's,
in chat?
yeah.
If I'm watching it, I
So
don't touch it. What does that mean?
it's a stripper club model.
It's the what model?
Strip club.
Oh, oh, yeah, right. Okay, so here's Apple back in the day, right? And there's ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil in the '90s was still like king. This was the this was like the biggest market cap company for a long time. Then
What's that
eventually
orange line?
that's ExxonMobil. That's ExxonMobil. And then eventually something shifts. Now obviously Apple didn't overtake ExxonMobil in the same, in 2004, but at some point something shifted and then Apple started eating Exxon's lunch. And then
Yeah, Exxon looks like it flatlined.
well, compared to Apple, which is up 70,000%, it did. But because ExxonMobil only goes up from the same, I guess when Apple IPO'd in 1980, right there. So you can, I mean, the general percentage run is the same, but ExxonMobil in 1980 was a massive company still. So in terms of market cap, like if I could chart market cap, which I don't want to spend the time to figure out, probably could, um, but yeah, so right here, like they ran together, but the market caps were much different. And then in 2004, right there, Apple decided to start eating Exxon's lunch. But at some point, ExxonMobil stops leading the market and something else steps in. And you can see here it probably was Apple somewhere in '04 or 10. Apple, Amazon, whatever it was. I don't remember who like all the market cap leaders were per year, but if you invest in the leaders, which right now is Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla's a new leader. If you invest in all of those, you should outperform until something else eats their lunch. Until something comes along and beats up Apple. And like right now, the only thing that's even in danger of beating Apple is Amazon and Tesla. But you can include them all in the same thing because Apple's still growing with their M2 chip that's coming out this year too. So, I mean, they're doing pretty good.
How about
But
that new iPad?
what's up with the new iPad? Well, it has an M2 chip also, doesn't it?
They did the M1 chip.
Yeah, yeah.
Later this year, they'll come out with like the new MacBooks. But either way, what you're saying is true. They're doing stuff, is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, I'm saying they're still leading the market, even if they're stagnant at the moment. Like if you're doing longer term investing, you could stick with Apple, Amazon. I mean, it, or even just a triple Nasdaq index fund may end up doing better than if you try to make your own little mutual fund. That'd be interesting if you could. There's got to be a service that does that, like make your own mutual fund and see the stock performance. I wonder if that's a thing.
Mutual funds are just where rich people keep their money.
Not really. I think mutual funds suck, to be honest. I've I have a friend who invested it was a mutual fund, and he kept like 20K for last 20 years, and somehow he ended up with 17K.
With what fund?
Just no, doesn't matter. It's all bullshit.
Just some garbage fund.
I know that there are some mutual funds which are very good and outperforming the market, but then the entry is that you go in with like 1 million or something, or like 10 million. They have they pick a small amount of customers to manage, and the mutual funds which are easily available in the market are all shit.
Yeah, I
Like
remember.
you better be buying S&P.
I
Yeah.
remember my friend's dad, he was a banker, and he said something along the lines of like he was taken on almost as like a referral, and that's the only way that he was able to get into like this mutual fund where there's a ton of like rich people, and it's like my measly account of 800,000 or something like that. They took on my measly account.
Okay.
They-
And how was it? Oh, you mean someone else? Okay.
Yeah, no, not me. I wish.
Yeah, well, we do better
Yeah.
than mutual funds, so fuck them.
No, but it depends. Like if you look at news, there is like every year there's at least like 10 or 20 mutual funds bankrupting. It's all BS. Manage
Yeah,
your own money.
yeah. No, I mean, yeah. If you don't want to do anything crazy, just buy an index fund. That's all you got to do.
Buy S&P, it's less expense ratio than on mutual funds. They're eating you with fees.
Yeah, an index fund. That's exactly what. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Just buy an index fund. They're like 0.3%. Like if you look at, um, yeah, if you look at
No,
what's a
point zero
Nasdaq
three
index
percent.
fund. Yeah, some of them are
If
really
you go
cheap.
with Vanguard, yeah, go
Yeah,
with
right.
Vanguard. Yeah.
So there's a Nasdaq one. I wonder if that would be if the Nasdaq outperformance would make up for the extra fee. Because there's a little extra fee, I think, for sometimes. Yeah, Q's is 0.2%.
You
QQQM.
should Google if you put $1,000 in Nasdaq.
$1,000 invested. If I invested $1,000 into this $1 bill, how much money would I have? Stupid. All right, so 0.15% is the lowest on the triple QM. Then you have the S and I guess maybe I've never done the S&P 500. The expense ratio between the two, between the S&P and the Nasdaq, I've never really looked. Vanguard. Yeah, I know some of these are stupid cheap, which is good. Index fund fees. They don't give you a table. Expense ratio 0.14, 0.16, 0.095 for the SPY. Really?
What's the minimum buy-in on some of these?
Oh, there's no minimum. There's no minimum.
It's an ETF.
They're just so huge. Well, some of them are mutual funds. Like this one's a mutual fund.
No,
basically.
don't do mutual fund.
With the five symbols, those are mutual funds.
JJ Apple is just disappointment. Even with the billions. JJ's talking about Apple. Let's look into that.
Oh, Apple M2. All right, I'm almost done here. So this one has a 0.015 expense ratio. FXAIX, like that is really good. Minimum investment 0. So
come on, Randy. We're not trading that stuff.
No, we are. I'm going to trade all of it right now.
No, you're not. All you do is holding Tesla. So let's focus on some other shit.
Oh, if I had $1,000 invested in Tesla,
yeah, you'd be rich right now.
Was JJ got Apple? He wants to do Apple M2. Well, of course that's going to be good. Anytime you put Apple on any chart.
No, it's not. Actual Apple looks like a bear flag right now.
Yeah, head and shoulders pattern is what it is. Apple M2.
What did he say? No. That's a processor. What are you doing?
No, he says he wanted M2. That's the Apple M2 money supply.
Oh. Why do we do that?
Yeah, JG loves the M2 chart, so I pretty much knew what he was talking about there. Unless I'm wrong, in which case I have no idea what he's talking about.
What's Apple M2?
I thought that their new processor, because their old processor is M1.
Well, there's both. Well, first of all, I wouldn't be able to get a chart against the M2 because they're not going to put a processor information in this chart. This is M2 money supply. This is Federal Reserve stuff. This is like the money supply versus Apple.
I was confused because
Randy is right. Okay, everyone, look at the last line in chat. JJ is the smartest person here right now.
Wow. Way to flatter yourself.
Talk about tooting your own horn or holding your own balls.
Putting $1,000 in your own horn.
If I put $1,000 into Randy being right, where would I be today?
Nowhere.
Randy would have $1,000. Tate's making a bull flag against the money supply. That's how much money Apple sucks from the world.
Hey, they're not the money hole, are they?
Yeah, they're the money hole. All those top 5 companies are the money hole.
Local governments is a money hole.
No, these guys are the real money holes. There's another article. I've got a lot of drafts I'm writing on Medium right now because I got a lot of weird shit to say. But one of them is about there's like 15 companies that hold $1 trillion in cash, and that's not even including that's non-financial businesses. You wonder why we have like inflation and no money and low wages is because they're holding $1 trillion in cash. These guys don't even know what to do with how much money. That's like the beauty of the technology age is the efficiency of the workforce is outrageous. So these companies just print money, and they have no idea what to do with it. So they just hold it. Even when they buy back, $50 billion, $90 billion worth of stock, they still have $1 trillion worth of cash. It's crazy. It's a problem. I think it's a problem. I think Trump had a good idea to bring all the money back to the States at a low tax rate. I thought that was pretty good. That probably did more to stimulate the economy than the tax cuts did, to be honest with you, at least in my opinion. I don't know what they're going to do, but cash into trash? Yeah. All right, so we'll see what's what.
Randy's unpopular opinion of the day.
What, bringing the money back? Or I said something Trump did that was good?
Yeah, it's unpopular, but it's a good opinion.
Yeah. Well, Trump wasn't even if you look into a dumpster fire, you can still see a beautiful flower, okay? That's my new T-shirt slogan. It's gonna say Trump 2024 on the back. Even if you look at a dumpster fire, you can still see a beautiful flower. Yeah,
Should
but
get into news, Randy. Should be an anchor.
drag the whole thing down with me.
It's in the gutters anyway, so
That,
you can't destroy it more than they are right now.
that would be the Randy redefining what an anchor is. He's been on 12 networks, and 12 networks are now bankrupt.
Dude, you see, yeah,
All
they're
Randy's
bankrupt
fault.
anyway. I wish it was your fault.
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it is my fault. Nvidia going for a new high today.
Yep.
Soxel 2.17, having a good day. Zoom 2%, having a good day. All right. So I went through stuff. I made a list of stuff I liked. Let's go through it. And if you guys have a list of stuff you like, then put it in chat.
Well, wait. You did the shitty analysis on Apple. What's the outcome?
Oh, there
What's
was
your
no
read
out.
on?
It was a bull flag against the money supply. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what JJ wanted to see here.
No. Can you look at the Apple itself? Come on, let's stop playing
Oh,
this
just the
game.
chart?
Yeah, why would you do the money supply part?
Because I thought you
And
mentioned JJ.
yeah, but let's just do Apple. Why would?
Yeah, current bear flag in Apple. Yeah, that doesn't look very good, does it?
Yeah. But can you explain me one thing, right? And just maybe I'm too stupid to comprehend the idea. If I remember correctly, they committed to buy out their own stock for billions of dollars.
90 billion, yeah.
Nice.
Which is I think the technical term is a fuck ton of money. It's like the verbiage doesn't even do it. Like, think about, what's funny? 90 I looked this up, 90 billion, or maybe it was the total cash they have right now. It's the 150th largest company, just their cash. Their cash alone is the 150th biggest company. Crazy.
Yeah, so like what the hell? Why their stock look like shit?
Well, it hasn't broken down yet. If it starts breaking down, there's an issue. But until it breaks down, I don't think there's an issue. I mean, their earnings are still fantastic. That's the funny
Yeah, I
part.
know.
Like, their earnings are still nuts.
But
I think
wouldn't this be like a Head and Shoulders as well?
it is
Like this,
it is a Head and Shoulders. I think
it's a little bit wide. I don't know if it's still considered to be Head and Shoulders.
it's what?
A little bit wide.
I mean, the whole base.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of lines. It doesn't help with that. If you want to look
Yeah.
slim, you don't put horizontal lines across your chart there. Which I'm gonna
Look
put
like
horizontal.
James was playing with your chart again.
Yeah, so that looks, actually, if you draw it like that, that is an ascending triangle. If you draw it like that, if you give up a little bit, give up that pop up there, which, didn't work out, didn't break out, but that would be an ascending triangle right there.
Not enough touches.
What do you mean not enough touches? You got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, not even counting the pop. And you got, several touches along the low here as well. It's pretty legit. Still above the 200 technically. I don't know. I don't think Apple's going to break down the whole market. I mean, unless Apple's going to drag the market down and become the anchor that I want to be one day on the market. But
I like that. I like that. That should be one of your slogans too. Pretty legit.
yeah, it's pretty legit. Yeah.
Teladoc is still doing pretty good.
Yeah?
It's at 4% right now, I think.
Is it on my list? I don't think it's on my list. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, it's still just curling up out of lows here. I don't usually like these types of setups. It's not really a trading setup. It's kind of a bottom buy. Still under the 50-day moving average too, so that's always difficult. I mean, like I said, most everything looks like it's down near support. And if the Nasdaq's going to chill out, then maybe curl up. I think we're in a good spot, but it could start running next week, could start running the week after that. Hard to
COVID
know
stocks are
exactly.
not doing so great, like Royal Caribbean and stuff like that.
Yeah, they were leading the other day. They're not even up here today.
I don't know why. Like it's too early for cruises. Like trust me, this year for cruises is not going to be a good year. I
I
don't
think
know.
they're
Like
booking
if
them. They're booking them for 2022.
okay, that's possible, but they're losing money this year.
Oh yeah, they're bleeding money right now.
Yeah.
Unless they fired everybody, not fired, but laid off
No, but
everybody. You know.
you need to pay for maintenance of the ships.
Yeah,
It's not free.
most of them aren't even U.S. workers, so they may not have to pay them much,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not
except for
registered
the
in
home
US.
office people.
One there like a big scandal that most of those cruise companies are registered offshore
Yeah,
and not paying taxes. Yeah,
yeah, which is why they never got bailouts,
yeah, which was like what the hell.
which is good. It's like you shouldn't get a bailout if you're not going to pay taxes in the U.S.
Why would we pay
So
taxes in the U.S.?
yeah,
because they're too
I
high.
don't have I don't have that option.
They're higher than zero. Yeah, apparently
But
there's a
you,
big exodus from the U.S. in terms of corporate taxes, and Ireland got a bunch of it.
I
Ireland
mean,
got a ton. How to invest in Starlink
uh,
SpaceX? The only way we found JJ's BPTRX. It is a mutual fund that has a 4%. 4% of the fund is in SpaceX, and that's
uh,
4 to 5% of the fund, and then 40% is in Tesla. That's the only way
that
that I
chart looks
found.
like a movement of sterling itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Trades like it's
It's a
one of those
shotgun.
stocks that is from overseas, you know. And if you're, I
Yeah.
can't think of one off the top of my head, but you'll see charts like this of a stock that's from overseas. Yeah, that's right, JJ.
It's an OTC ETF, something like this, right?
Huh?
It's an OTC ETF
This is a straight up
for the
mutual fund.
country. Oh,
It's just not. It doesn't trade a lot, which is why I think it prints like this.
good luck. Yeah, pretty sure it doesn't have volume.
Pretty sure what?
It doesn't have volume.
Well, it's not. It's not like a. It's a mutual fund, so it's not going to trade like a stock. These are just price. So you get like this is your intraday, so you get a few buys here and there, but it's nothing. It's not near as liquid, obviously, as a stock is. But I mean, I guess if somebody wanted to dump a bunch of it, but still, there's intrinsic value to this portfolio. This is the one that we looked at with Ron Barron. I don't know if you guys remember that one or not.
Nope.
You don't remember that? Go to the page. Looks a little prettier in the chart. Nobody remembers this one? 5-star rated Morningstar fund. Does 22% over 10 years, 16% since inception, 212 last year with Tesla. And it has Tesla, CoStar Group, IDEX Laboratories, Zillow, Vail, Resorts, SpaceX. There's SpaceX. 4.3% of the mutual fund is SpaceX. So I did buy some of this. I wanted some exposure. As small as this is, that was pretty much the only way I could get exposure to SpaceX.
Why can't you buy a SpaceX?
It's a private.
Stupid question. Oh, it's a stupid question now.
It's not a public, like Tesla's a public business. We can just go buy that. But
No, they can't do the SpaceX as private because it's considered to be national strategic company. That's why they can hire. There was this big scandal of them not being able to hire non-citizens
yeah,
because of that reason.
Oh.
yeah. Well, I don't think that's the main reason it's private. The main reason it's private is because the stock market won't let you spend, $100 billion going to Mars over 20 years.
No, but you
There's
don't want people influencing the business by, shorting or longing the stock.
well, I mean, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, they do a lot of defense stuff. They're public. You're 100% right about the hiring and stuff like that, but the reason it's private is just because Elon wants less drama with SpaceX. He doesn't want to deal with the bullshit of a public business. Not
Remember, he wanted to take Tesla private for $420.
Yeah, he was fucking with the shorts on that one. Sure, I'm glad he didn't take it private. I wouldn't have any damn Tesla. I was hoping he wasn't going to take it private. Because then he would just own all the money in the world. It wouldn't be the biggest company. It would just be,
Yeah,
all of Elon's.
they'll print more just to offset his holding.
They'll print more money.
Yeah.
The Federal Reserve's like, Tesla's getting too big. We need to print more cash. You know what? We should have just put $1,000 in a Tesla. Then we wouldn't have to print all this money.
Lol.
It's the Federal Reserve. So that's what that is. That's this Barron fund with Tesla, CoStar Group, SpaceX. I think everything starts out at about 4 to 5%. That's kind of what it looks like. But he doesn't have a lot of positions, which is kind of cool. All holdings, I think there's like 20 or something, maybe 30. But you look like a lot of them are super tiny. All the ones over 1% are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so about 20 over 1%. The rest of them are just fillers. Oh, yeah, and then there's actually, I think it's 5% because here's more SpaceX here, SpaceX here. So I don't know, all that equals the 4 point whatever percent. No, here it is. Oh, yeah, 1.9, 1.3 says 2, 3.2. 4.7, 4.9. So, yeah, about 5% of it's SpaceX. And 5%. Which is still garbage, but you're almost like 50% in Elon Musk companies. So, I ended up putting a little bit in there and just want that SpaceX exposure. I mean, because that SpaceX, like if they were public, man, they'd probably be, I don't know, right now they'd probably be 100 billion company as much as they're kind of killing it. SpaceX is killing it. Killing it. All right. 7:30. Okay, let's see. We got space. Ooh, came all the way back down. CRM. I do like CRM. It came all the way back down. PLTR. Planeter was starting to break out. Came all the way back down. Hopefully just a mid-morning. Moderna. I thought Moderna was interesting. It was curling up here. Volume was relatively low, but overall, I'm not too mad at it. As strange as that sounds. Oh, definitely should be more volume on it, though. I still like Zoom. I think Zoom's good. Looks like it's pulling back a little bit. PLL. I think PLL's in an interesting position playing with the trend line. Got pretty tight. Didn't really drop down very far. And the volume is just minuscule. Absolutely minuscule. Look at that. Last week, the volume was nothing. I think that's good. Average volume is 865. It got to under 200. So that is less than a quarter of average volume. So very, very little selling pressure here for PLL. Looks a little bit like this, but even more dry. I think PLL is pretty good. I thought DraftKings was interesting. I'm not buying it, but I think it's... I like the pullback. It's under these moving averages. Hopefully it'll try to pop on through there. Volume down here was...
All the stocks I don't buy.
All the stocks you don't buy? Or me, my list.
Yeah, you. This is all the stocks I don't buy. All the stocks that looks great and I don't buy them.
Well, I'm making a watch list here.
They should call it just not Tesla. No Tesla stocks, and that's it. And then the other list is Tesla stocks, and just Tesla there, and that's it.
It would just be Tesla.
Yeah.
And then another list of I should have put $1,000 into these stocks.
Yeah, actually, it would be interesting. If you play experiment and put like $1,000 in all of the stocks you think they're great, and wait for them a few years or a year, and then we make content out of it and promote you. Was
Yeah, Randy told me to put $1,000 in my blender, and this is where it is now.
Hey, it's still in my blender.
No, not really, not really. No,
Right.
it's a smoothie.
Oh, smoothie. I forgot the money was in there.
But who was it? Was it Dave Chappelle? He's like, yeah, like, what was it Magic Johnson? He got AIDS, and he has the cure for it. It's just money.
Right? Exactly. Constellation Brands looks good. That guy's hilarious.
It's like they just blend it up and then inject it into his veins. I think
Yeah,
something like
probably.
that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like that. Generac looks really good. This is the little engine that just keeps on going, man. Generac, look at this thing on the weekly chart. Has a big long base and straight up. Even prior to that, it was on just major uptrends. So another nice base here for Generac. And Peloton, which I think is already a little bit extended. Hopefully it'll pull back. Looks like stalling at the 200. So yeah, I think we could be in these nice little middle range areas where we're some of these that are under the 200 daily moving average, some are under the 50 daily moving average. I think they're going to chop around for a bit. I like Sherman-Williams. This is a little small tight dealio. I'm not sure. The play on this is to buy it on a big down day. That's like today probably. That would be the play for Sherman-Williams. Hard to get a good fill on that. And then I like Roblox too. I think Roblox looks pretty good.
If you put $1,000 in a paint can,
Sherman-Williams will make it $1 million. Jeez. That long-term chart on Sherman-Williams is bonkers. So they're what, 284? They were once at like $1 in the 90s. But look at this, look at the weekly chart. It's like straight up. So there's a consolidation. Even before the bubble, 98. They're like, sell the paint, buy the chips. So that's what they did. And then back when the market got good in 2003, one bobble right there, like straight up. It's crazy. Wow.
they keep mentioning that we're in a housing bubble. And I'm just
it's not a bubble. This is you know what it feels like? It feels a little bit like the early cosmic expansion of the universe. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. This not going down back below this threshold. That's what it feels like to me, which is scary. Actually frightens me. I mean, now granted, I'm in Arizona. Arizona is becoming the next California in terms of housing prices. So I could see in 10 years my little house here being double what it is today, just because of lack of inventory and influx into the area. Kind of like
I would say 10x.
You think 10x?
Yeah.
10x my house? Oh gosh, I hope not.
Yeah. Why?
In Arizona or in California? Because California's still nuts.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah. California the prices start growing again.
They what?
The prices started growing again.
Oh, they did? Yeah, they're not going to stop for very long. There's just lack of inventory.
Yep.
Yeah, you do a vertical or something. So Arizona's doing the same shit. Yeah, my house jumped. My house, they had it at 300,000 for a while, like the past 6 months, and then it jumped to 350 like overnight. It was crazy. But of course, that was reflected in actual real world sales prices around me for a couple weeks prior to that. So that was just a Zillow valuation. But yeah, housing. I just feel sorry for my kids, man, because unless you're working finance or work for Facebook, you're not be able to afford a freaking house.
It's ridiculous. And even if you did, you'd end up working in Silicon Valley, in which case you wouldn't
Yeah,
even be able to afford a house.
yeah, right, Ellie.
No, I work in the Silicon Valley. I can't afford the
And
house.
you can't afford a house. Yeah, it's nuts. It's
And
freaking bonkers.
yep.
Ellie should
But
be able
they're
to
Mm.
afford a house.
they're saying, quote unquote, there should be a correction on the housing prices.
Huh? No, it's not gonna happen.
No, it won't happen. That's what they're telling you, so you don't buy, so there's less competition.
No, it's not. It's not about that. The thing which you don't understand is that majority of the real estate, especially in San Francisco, is bought up by cash, by Chinese.
Mm,
Who's cash by Chinese, and it's pretty legit. So if, that happened in Vancouver as well. The real estate jumped in because a lot of Chinese were buying real estate. That's the one way that Chinese government allows people to get the cash out of the country is by property or businesses outside in the world.
yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Like I don't like that.
Really,
Yeah.
really. Wow. And but the rest of the people are enjoying it. I don't know, Randy. It's all you.
What are you talking about?
Interesting. That that actually kind of blew my mind right there.
It's an opinion, Ellie. I didn't say everyone else thought it was okay. I'm just saying I think it's a problem.
I think you're racist.
No, he's not. He's just
No, I'm
fucking
not.
with you. But what I'm saying
No,
is, I didn't even think about it that way. That like, there's all these people coming from other countries also buying stuff out.
I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. Yeah, yeah. It's actually pretty shitty.
We all knew that Randy was racist before we even started this conversation.
Yeah, we all racist. It's fine. We
We're
all
all
in this
racist.
together.
Me too, and Ellie too. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
a real
racist. I
life.
hate everybody.
I hate everybody equally.
That's right. No, I think China's there needs to be like a concerted effort to slow China the fuck down.
Hmm.
As a
Hmm.
superpower and what they're able to do, they should be slowed down. But I mean, there's certain citizens there that are come from
It's
from there, and they do positive things here. However, as a country being exploited by another country, it's not the greatest thing.
it's too
Yeah.
late. It's a done deal.
Now
However,
I
it's not
know.
like we
I'll go ahead.
go ahead. It's not like we exploited their workforce in any way. I mean, my iPhone doesn't say Chinese, made in China in any way, right?
Yeah. No,
Uh,
I just think that now we know how the rest of the world how the rest of the world felt after World War II and the U.S. took over everything.
There
yep.
you go.
But
Yeah.
but the
So
problem is you don't want China to take over everything. That's the difference, though. Is that's all. There's not China's not like an inclusive society unless you're inside already. You know what I mean?
Unless you're
Which
Chinese.
yeah, unless you're Chinese. Yeah, but it's not like but look at the Uyghur situation over there in China. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna be
Okay.
they're not gonna let you be you. They're gonna assimilate you into them. They're gonna be like the Borg,
Yep.
which is not bueno.
I'm not.
It's already done. There's nothing to talk about.
So
What?
there's a certain scope of conversation where like I have a handle, and anything that is like macro, national, political, all that, it's way over my head. I'd just be speaking nonsense. I'd be like, yeah, I like plastics from China. That's as far as I know.
Lol. I like plastic from China too, especially if it's in the form of iPhone.
But yeah, the silicon in my computer and my phone and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think you should let Chinese companies make purchases like that. I don't think they should like
Lol.
my mom's or my mother-in-law's neighborhood. She's got a rental property over in downtown Glendale, which is just next to Phoenix. And there's a Chinese person over there buying up like the whole area, and they just let houses sit vacant for like we don't know to what end. We don't know why they're doing that, but like
Really?
the
There's
whole
a
area.
Glendale in Arizona?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a
I'm just
Glendale
kidding.
everywhere. Yeah,
I'm just kidding with
yeah,
They're just they're using most of them, especially like I can tell you about Ukraine, for example. A lot of people don't use. Um, we don't have anything to invest in right now. We have crypto probably, but majority of older generation they don't consider crypto to be real. So all of the investment goes into real estate. Like the only way to invest money is real estate.
yeah.
Interesting. Maybe the whole reason why they're doing that is to raise their holdings on all their properties and then sell it like what they think is going to be the apex of the market. Maybe they're just holding it and then they're going to
I think
sell.
it's their way to have a CD basically outside
Mm,
of the country. So like it's not gonna like Chinese governments can force them to give away that property, overseas. So this is their way of securing their investment, their money.
yeah, maybe. It's just I don't know. It's weird though. It's like I get if you want to buy a foreign stock, but you're buying a foreign piece of land. So does that now become because it's China and it's a communist nation? Is that de facto owned by China now? Because at any moment China could say, "Yeah, give me all your overseas properties."
No, private citizen. No, it's not a government buying it. Come on.
No, I understand, but it's a communist society, right? So anything that's owned by the
Do you think
person, the government can seize
that
at any time.
Is
now you're
that true?
crossing? No,
Sure, it is.
no, it's not.
Look at Hong Kong. They took a whole nation overnight.
not really.
Well, really enough.
You're over exaggerating. Really, I'm not
Yeah.
kidding here.
I don't think
Yeah.
he's wrong.
They took it. How do they not take it? There was a
Two,
there was a one state two rules thing and they just threw that out the water over the course of a week. Maybe it wasn't overnight, but it was like over a week. They can do that. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Like the US
I'm,
can't do that. If Joe Biden wanted to take everybody's guns, he wouldn't be able to do that. If China
uh,
wants to take everybody's guns, Xi Jinping just signs his pen and and it just starts to happen. So why couldn't
so
he say, "Give me all of your property overseas"? He could do that.
so if you're part of the oligarchy out there, because it might be communist, but there's a certain group of people out there that control everything. I'm pretty sure you're fine.
Unless you're Jack Ma, there was a rumor he went missing for like 2 months, and they thought that the Chinese government gave him a once over because he was talking shit. So I mean, look at Putin too. Even if there's an oligarchy, you still have to play nice. The whole reason you become part of the oligarchy is if you play nice with the government. You can't be an oligarchy and just rule this bitch. The president still rules it, even in that situation.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if they're in that situation, right, or they have enough money to do all this, they've been playing nice for a while.
No, yeah, well that's the whole point. They'll play nice, but yeah, here we go. Why'd he disappear for 3 months? Jack Ma disappeared. So yeah, even if you're part of the oligarchy, which arguably, yeah, richest man in China, or was about to become the richest man in China.
Yeesh.
Controversial speech, and then summoned from on high. Yeah, I think he got a spanking by the Chinese
All right,
government. I don't know.
all right, gentlemen.
I
Sorry to
haven't looked
cut you
into.
off, but I got to bounce. I want to say thank you. I was Friday by the campsite was fun
Oh yeah, it
by
is
the
Friday.
me
campfire,
too.
I didn't even realize that.
and I'll see
Oh,
you guys on Tuesday.
wait. Can you
And
remind me your name?
oh, the bleh.
Really, you're
But
gonna go with this?
but
Okay, the black.
no.
Nice, nice.
But on the YouTube, I'm the bleh. But you guys can call me Eric.
Okay, Eric.
Eric.
Nice hanging with you. Have a good
So
weekend.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you put our names like our first names, if you put the initials together, we'd be All right, I'll see you guys later.
See you.
Have a
Bye.
good one. Bye.
I'm leaving as well.
Yeah, I figured.
You're on your
Now that I
own
proved you wrong about
with
China, you're
Basher.
gonna bail.
Sure. I don't know. I still haven't woke up. I don't want to talk about China.
It's been like an
It's
hour.
too,
You haven't woken up yet?
I don't know. It's weather sucks. I'm just sleepy.
Did you start your job yet?
No, next week,
Next.
Tuesday.
All right, cool. What's that schedule going to be like for you?
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Really, no idea.
Do you go in?
No idea. No.
It's remote?
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Things are getting lifted a little bit over there now. I'm going to California for my vacation, so I can go to Legoland. I figured, they'd let people into the campus.
Really?
What, Legoland or the campus?
Legoland.
Yeah. Disneyland's not open, but Legoland is. So,
I see.
yeah. Be cool. Be fun.
Okay.
Be good. Well, go wake up. Go slap yourself in the face or cold water
You
or
just want me to slap myself.
debate. Well, you know. You know.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You know.
Want me to slap myself. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Can you videotape
I
it
got that
and
myself.
send it? Videotape it and send it over. It'd be like my snuff film.
If you sub to my OnlyFans, yeah.
Fair enough. Turnabout is fair play. That's funny.
Yeah, pay for it.
Yeah, I think no, but Jack Ma got slapped down. They're gonna take his shit.
I mean, he got off easy. If you check what happened to people who were questioning Putin, they just disappear and never be found. So at least he was found.
Yeah, well, he's a good marketer, so he probably just talked his way.
Uh,
He probably talked his way into
it's very
keeping
hard.
his hands.
It's very hard to talk when soldering iron is in your ass.
I know. But imagine like Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos or Warren Buffett being taken in by the government. Like that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Bill Gates, quit talking about our chips in the vaccine, damn it. I'm not doing it.
Mm, lol.
Yeah, I'm fully chipped up now. It's great. I know where I am at all times. I can find myself on my
Are,
iPhone. It's amazing.
are you are you in last origin of Windows?
Oh, I'm loving Windows. Windows is I'm even more glad now that I got the chip that I have Windows now because I sync better with the computer. So I sync with the computer. So I often have to reboot myself now
Mm-hmm.
because of the big memory usage. It's great. I should make a video about pros to being vaccinated. And it should
You
basically
should.
be it should just be about how I can control my all of my Windows devices now by mind control. I think that'd be good. I can turn on my
Yeah.
computer without a password because I am the password.
You should be like this. After vaccine, I had the urge to record this video.
The best things
And you
about and what?
and you talk great things about Bill Gates. You talk great things
Yes.
about Microsoft.
Yeah. The top 150 best things about Microsoft. Might let's make the list like so crazily long. The 7,000 top things about Microsoft 2021. Number Oh god,
Okay.
that'd be bad.
I
That's
I
too
really
far.
feel bad for leaving you right now, but yeah,
But
I'm
you
bad.
don't? I
I
get
don't know.
it.
I'm somehow not in the mood today. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Oh, I wish. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. She said that.
She did say that. How are you still
I,
yawning, man? Come on.
I,
It's
I need another
7:55 in
coffee.
the morning. Get up and like
I
move a
need,
leg or something.
mm.
Do some jogging. Come on.
Are you jogging?
Do some Japanese style. No, I'm awake. I'm wide awake. I'm good to go.
Okay. I'm gonna do another coffee.
I hope
Bye.
your first day at work you don't sound like this.
I'm gonna do drugs if I sound like this.
No, move your body. Get up and move. Do something. You need to get
I'm
up, get out,
sitting.
get out and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass you by.
Oh,
You need to get up, get out and get something.
I'm like a motivational speaker, which I didn't pay for.
Don't spend all your time trying to get high.
I wish.
How will you make it
I
if you
wish.
never even try? You need to get up, get out and get something. Because you and I got to do for you and I.
Oh,
It's a rap song. It's a song by
yeah,
Outkast. Really, really good song.
I lost all of the interest. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Bye.
You should do extreme stream, by the way. Crypto is shitting itself.
Is it?
A little bit.
Where the hell have I been? I don't want to do an extreme stream already. It's too early.
See,
Too early for an
get
extreme
up
stream.
and
Extreme stream.
move. It's already like what 10 a.m. in or 11 a.m. in East Coast. So
Jesus, look at that monthly candle. Holy crap.
bye.
Later.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Take a walk or something. Yeah, it is crap in itself, isn't it? That's a bad monthly candle. JJ, no chat today for you, JJ? Jeez, it's almost 8 o'clock. Eek. No bueno day. All right, well, I'm going to bounce too. I have a little break before I do crypto stuff in 20 minutes. All right, have a great day, stock people. See you later for the crypto people. And market's looking stable, but not super great. Hopefully that'll shift next week. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. I will see you on Moon Day. Bye.